Onions that are currently being produced locally and are at the market as I speak to you, in addition to what has been imported recently, we can see that within 2 months, the price has dropped by 50%. But no one is reporting that. Onions have gone from 1,500 at the beginning of Ramadan to 700 today in the market. So that's positive. Potatoes is the same. But there is a fundamental reason why this sharp drop is being noticed in the market. And that is because the local produce has entered the market. Emphasis on, and this is why the President, His Excellency Baboubacarr O, in his recent interaction with the Ministry of Agriculture, emphasized the need for us to produce. So the private sector that buys and sells require foreign exchange to buy rice, because you cannot buy rice outside the country with dalasi. To buy the rice, you need foreign currency. The foreign exchange has exchange value against the dalasi that fluctuates. So all these things are very important to factor. But just to answer the question and restrict myself to what the guy said, even though I enjoy digressing and speaking a lot more, there is no skyrocketing of prices at the moment. Prices are stable, the curve is flat, has been flat for 4 weeks, according to our dashboard. The Ministry of Trade does not control loans, and we have not given any private sector player any money to import commodities in this country. Since I became minister, that has not happened, and I cannot imagine that happening before me, because that is not our mandate. We do not give institutions money to invest into commodity pricing or trading. What we do as a ministry is to support them to access the port, support them to access foreign currency through the central bank, support them, link them to banks, so that they can deal with their letters of credit on time. These are the kind of support that the ministry gives. Talking about the Badia Fund, and I'm very consistent on this. In our press conference, the question came, and I said, no, the Ministry of Trade does not give money to Gambian businesses to go on and buy commodities and come. All those who are involved in the trade, including the concession from India, are people who come in with their capital. They come to the ministry to ask for professional advice from the technical team so that they are guided on how to import. We guide them to place their orders, to work on their payments, to work on their letters of credit. This is how far the ministry goes with them. According to the Constitution of the Gambia, the Ministry of Finance is the mandated institution to negotiate loans on behalf of the government of the Gambia, not Ministry of Trade. So I cannot do that. My people cannot do that. Whether what the minister said was taken out of context or exactly this is what you have quoted, I don't know. I didn't hear him speak. But I can tell you something. Badia will not listen to me and my team if we go to Badia and ask them to give us a 50 million grant or loan to any sector of this country's economy. We don't have a mandate to negotiate that. So we did whatever we did. We recommended that commodity trading is a problem, it's a challenge for businesses in this country. And we asked the Ministry of Finance, we approached them and said, can you facilitate access to finance for our community involved in commodity trade? Because it's very expensive. And it is that which led the Ministry of Finance to engage with Badia, and Badia allowed us to access this 50 million. It gets it. It was not a grant or a loan to government. It was government facilitating access to it because government is a member of the Badia family. The money was allocated. It was Jar Oil that was qualified and competent among the applicants to get it. It was not meant to be distributed. That was not the idea. It was to be given to institutions that could repay in the first place. They must, first and foremost, agree to repay at an interest of 3%. The money was going to be repaid in dollars, because the loan was in dollars. Whoever was going to be given must be ready to repay the money in 6 months, must be ready to spend the money on commodities that are available in countries within the Badia family. Arab countries, African countries that are in Badia. So all these committees, all these businesses were invited. The importers, those who were interested in the money, those who were clamoring for it, were invited. Credible collateral must be placed on every lender. Every lender asks for collateral to secure their lending. Badia came with a condition that you must provide adequate collateral to guarantee that the 50 million was not going to be lost. All this community, the businesses that came, were told the same thing that Jah Oil was told. They went away. We're going to form consortia. We are going to form, joint ventures and all that. When they came the second time, they were still not ready. Some of them, in fact, majority of them said they were giving up. They could not meet the conditions. Jah Oil said he was interested. A week before the expiry of the offer, Ministry of Finance rekindled the handle and asked, what are you people doing? We called them again. Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Trade, the two PSs chaired all the 3 meetings. They sat with them, they said they couldn't do it. Jah Oil said they were ready to use the money. So my brother, we should move on and be realistic and accept the fact. Jah Oil was not favored above others. Jah Oil was the eligible institution that could utilize the money and repay the money based on the collateral. They were given access to the money to utilize. This was not money that Badia said distributed among business community. It was a loan that is supposed to be repaid, and all government of the Gambia through our ministry, Ministry of Finance, did was to ensure there was access to it.